When I'm remodeling homes, I always say recycle, repurpose, and reuse, and these guys bring it to a whole new level.
Give me a little scoop on the globes that you have.
So you take 2 hanging baskets, take the felt out of it, and just stick it together.
Oh.
And you got a perfect round ball, nothing to it.
No way. You have manholes back here.
I decided to dig up the yard and bury all the cords.
Yes,
Wait,
literally
what did you think
dig
about that?
up the yard.
Yeah, but I've never seen a family install permanent electrical access manholes. Kind of genius.
Tell me about these really cute lollipops right behind you.
What do you think they're made out of?
Styrofoam or something like that?
Pool noodle.
Hello, Candy
That noodle turned lollipop was a great DIY. Very good trick.
Some of the motors are like rotisserie motors that's on barbecue grill and things.
And what's up with the wagons? Because I don't think I've ever seen that in a Christmas display. What is this? All the little elves are working?
We're back to cutting wood. We're sawing wood now.
No way, this is amazing.
This is the most antique piece probably that we have.
This is blowing my mind right now. Everything is so interactive. But these pieces, they're custom. They're only here.
Talk to me about this tree.
There's no actual live tree here. This is patent pending.
What?
For this tree.
We think things out, and we come up with stuff that make you say wow and keep you lit at the same time.
A lot of people say they like the castle, and I'm like, yep, I do live in a castle.
I mean, look at this. The icebergs are genius. What are those?
They're made out of...
Those are just styrofoam.
Yeah.
Don't you just want to jump on one of them?
I think I might have tried that before.
What is this?
This is a calico mine.
This is the ultimate magician's trick.
Dude, this is so sweet.
And all of this is real concrete steel. It has footings, the whole 9 yards.
What?
Yeah.
And you formed all of this?
4 pallets of concrete.
All the figures you see throughout this display, they're all handcrafted.
Rick makes them and cuts them out.
I give you Mickey Mouse.
I paint them. Finished figurine.
Inside this suitcase is my Christmas light decorating secret weapon. Binder clips. I use binder clips because I think it's a very economical and really cost-effective way to put lights on the house. Do you guys need more clips?
This is the secret to Michael's
That's
success.
what's holding...
Right here.
That's what's holding this show up.
Yeah.
Put it back. What are you doing?
That is so resourceful, so college kid.
Tin foil. You need to press it like that so that give more shine, when you put the light.
If you don't move, she will wrap you. I mean, anything that doesn't move gets wrapped in foil. I think it's looking good.
We own an auto body repair shop. We're able to build things that sets us apart.
That love sign, that just stands out amongst everything else.
Yeah, Christmas is love.
You can see the ball lights up, and we call this a bursting ball because it looks like it's exploding.
Taking something and using it for a completely different purpose. The hamster balls to starburst lights, genius.
So I have over 120,000 lights, 6 inches apart, to give it maximum illumination.
I've seen walls of lights before, but nothing that encompassed almost the entire area where you really felt like you were in a cocoon.
So what I've got right here is a cooler that I made specifically for my projector so that I could live outside, and it's protected from the elements. I've got a $1 picture frame right here, an extremely strong projector that's hooked up to my computer, and it shows all kinds of holiday images. A lot of lumber that was laying around. The center light is made out of a coffee can.
These are water bottles.
Water bottles.
You're taking DIY to another level.
When I build these wireframes, I build them from scratch, I design them on the computer, then I start cutting the metal, welding the metal, and then start putting lights on it. One of the first wireframes that we constructed here was a 35-foot reindeer, sleigh, and Santa.
And on top of the roof, he throws presents right into the chimney. Bam!
Another thing we created was a striker elf that strikes this big mallet and making the bell ring at the top of a tower.
What happens, he's gonna hit himself and fall down, look.
Most people take a 25-foot telescoping flagpole and make that into a mega tree. Whoopee. We take a 70-foot microwave tower, put it up in our front yard, hang 64,000 lights off of it. That's a mega tree. If you can't see it from space, it ain't worth doing.
Because our entire display being homemade, the only way that we can make a piece and put all the different colors in it is to use clear lights and then paint the bulbs the colors that we want. I've probably painted somewhere between 50 and 70,000 lights.
Lights, where a bunch of those are stored at that we used last year. As you can see, we spool them up on spools. I gotta get some pipe cleaners to fix his eyelashes with yet. Roll. Everything in it is large. From the ice skating pond, going blue, 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 to an 18-foot wingspan plane. Train in this tent, train in another tent. Majority of my display is made up from retired mall displays.
It's 1/4-inch screening, and we painted it real thick, heavy with paint. When you shine a spotlight up it just looks completely solid.
You can do anything with PVC. I put in 2-inch PVC piping underneath the concrete to run the electric. Oh, look at there, we got her now. We got her now. It's peeking through, hey, all right.
A lot of the elements we have to build from scratch. We have to wrap a lot of lights, and so we had to come up with a much faster way of doing it.
I used to do professional laser shows and lights for bands. So when Christmas came, it was like, oh yeah, baby. These are the plasma icicles that I came up with. There are 1,100 pixels up there.
When I was a kid, I saw the animated decorations in the department store windows. I loved them, and I wanted to build my own.
It works great.
And first, I built the animated figures for my own home, and eventually they became animatronics. When I program head movements for the characters, I actually have a tracking camera that mounts to my cap, and the camera actually tracks my head movements.
It's just like having other people living with you. Pretty soon I'm gonna start talking to them.
Then I make a mold that I can vacuum form, and then I cover that with a fleece fabric to give it kind of a soft look. Inside, all the aluminum and parts go in, and that helps bring them to life.
Oh, the animatronics are wonderful. If I was tiny, I'd get up on Santa's lap.
I hand-built these 2 CNC machines, which is computer numeric controlled. And it cuts the holes in any pattern that we design. And then we can take a pixel and actually insert it into those holes, and then we can take that pattern and install it into our software.
Everything that we use, all the displays, is handmade. You can have a million lights and have lights everywhere, and that's kind of neat, but I like something that you can go home and remember it.
Go ahead and test the waves.
I think that'll work. This is state of the art. See, that's engineering at its maybe lowest, but... Oh my gosh, you kidding me? As you can see, they're not all going the same way. How in the heck did you figure this out? CDX, plywood, and, well, I painted it and make it look nicer, but this is so impressive.
This year on my display, I am doing a Washington State theme.
We've got Tacoma Narrows Bridge.
Right here, we're gonna have Mount Rainier.
We're gonna have the Space Needle on top of the house.
Your side up a little bit, Vern. We built it out of wood, fiberglass for the top, even made little windows in it for the viewing deck.
Up she goes. We have created a lot of the things that people use all across the country now to help with their Christmas display. Look, push down right here, turn on the bubble machines, and the little kid says, wow, look at all those bubbles. We go to any extreme to reach out and create the Christmas spirit. We heat up this slow cooker. The aromas are gonna come out of it.
Smells like cinnamon rolls.
Smells like cinnamon rolls, sure does. I'm getting hungry now.
To see my grandpa do the things he does, the potato gun always comes in handy for setting up the display. This is what I call dancing cups. They are plastic cups.
It's just so fun. It's so innovative. And really what we're talking about is some plywood, tin foil, plastic cups, and lights. From one DIYer to another DIYer, boys got skills.